Nowadays, I am getting many questions on GST on rented property. So many of them have many confusions on the same. So I had planned to do a video on the same. So today's topic is GST on rented property. Hi, myself Akila, GST practitioner. After watching this video, you will be able to know whether you have to make the payment of rent by a forward charge mechanism or reverse charge mechanism, or if the GST is exempted. So please watch the video without skipping. Before, property was coming only under income tax. It was only coming under capital gain if you make the property, if you make the sale or purchase of property, you have to make the payment of tax under capital gain. But now the property tax has been come under GST also. That is, if you are renting a property, you have to make the payment of 18% of GST to the government. There are two types of making payment of GST. One is forward charge mechanism. That is, if the supplier is making the payment, it is known as forward charge mechanism. And second one is reverse charge mechanism. If the recipient is making the payment, it is known as reverse charge mechanism. And in case of rented property, there are two types. One is rent for residential purpose and other is for renting for commercial purpose. If the property is rented for residential purpose, then there is no need of payment of any GST. But there is a point. If that point satisfies, you have to pay the GST on rented property, even though if it is used for residential purpose. Let's see what is that point. In GST, there are two types of taxpayers. One is registered and other is unregistered. So, if you see the chart, it will be a little more clear for you about the residential property. If an unregistered person, if both are unregistered person, that is the owner and the tenant, both are unregistered person, then the GST will be exempted. And in second scenario, a registered person is providing his property to another registered person for residential purpose. At that time also the GST will be exempted. And the third scenario is unregistered person is letting the property to another registered person, that is the proprietor. A registered person, proprietor himself is staying in a rented property. So in this scenario also the GST will be exempted. And in the fourth scenario, the unregistered person is letting his property to a registered person, and that registered person is he himself is not staying in that property. He is letting the property to his director of the company or employee of the company staying in that rented property. So, in those scenarios, the registered person, that is the tenant, has to pay 18% of GST on the rent he pay. Next, let's see about commercial property. So, in this table, you can see when the registered person is letting a property to another registered person, it comes under forward charge mechanism. And if the registered person is providing his property to an unregistered person, in that scenario also forward charge mechanism applies. And if an unregistered person is providing his property to a registered person, in this scenario reverse charge mechanism applies, because the owner is an unregistered person. So only the tenant is registered person. So in this scenario, if he is letting his property for commercial purpose, the tenant has to make the payment of 18% tax towards GST. And in fourth scenario, both are unregistered, that is the owner and the tenant, both are unregistered. In that scenario, the GST will be exempted. These are the scenarios where you have to pay the GST on your rented property. So in this video you have learnt about reverse charge mechanism, forward charge mechanism and exempted GST. Scenarios on residential property and commercial property. If you have any doubt in this topic, you can comment in the comment box. If you have any work related to GST or if you need any consultation on GST, my contact number has been provided in the description box. You can contact me and book a consultation. And I am also conducting a GST online practical course. If you are interested in joining, also contact me so you can join the course. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe. Let's see in my upcoming video. Until then, thank you. Bye bye. Take care.